Do you want to create cool thumbnails in 2018? Well, today guys, I have a tutorial for you guys to help you create the coolest thumbnails possible in 2018. So without further ado, go ahead and leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and let's go ahead and get into this. So as you can see right here, we have a pretty freaking cool thumbnail, and of course it is a gaming thumbnail, but let's go ahead and get into this because we have a bunch of stuff to do. So let's go ahead and get started. So what you want to do first is go to new or file new, and then you're going to set your width and your height to 1280 by 720, so it's kind of like 720p I guess. So once you're going to press OK, and you're left with a white background. So next you want to go ahead and look up a cool gaming background for whatever game you are playing, and for me this is going to be Overwatch. Alright, so I placed my nice background right here. It's from Nubanni. Next you just want to press the little check right there, and then you're left with a nice background, but it's not all that nice and stuff, so you kind of want to add some effects to it. So you just want to go to adjustments and then go to curves, and now you just want to go down here. It looks pretty confusing, but just press at the bottom, make a nice little S, and go up to the top, make a nice little S curve, and of course now it looks freaking amazing. And go over here to your brush tool or B on your keyboard, kind of zoom out a little bit, make your fill black, and now you just want to make a nice little cover just like that. Alright, so next all you're going to want to do is go to opacity and bring it down just a bit to make it a little bit darker. Alright, so next what you're going to do is make another layer and actually take the rectangular marquee tool or M on your keyboard and make a nice little square inside your background. Alright, so once you have this square and you have the new layer, you just want to go ahead and set that to a fill and make sure your fill is black and set that to about 75% opacity. I guess so next what you're going to do is right over that, keep your rectangular marquee tool, make another layer, and go ahead and cover the whole entire background. But next you just want to stroke it and make sure it is white and about 10 at the width, and it should make a nice little border around your thumbnail. Go and press Ctrl D to close off and make sure this is on overlay, and now you have that nice little border right there. And if you want, you can go ahead and add a drop shadow to that. Go ahead and adjust it real quick, make a nice little drop shadow, and it looks like an actual border now. So next you just want to take your text tool and you want to create a nice little text, and this I'll be using today is called Big Noodle Titling. So let's go ahead and for today's video, let's just make it thumbnail tutorial. Let's go ahead and type that in. Alright, so for what we're going to do now is just going to say thumbnail, and this is just going to be the part where you just put your nice little text or whatever you would like. So let's just put a nice little thing right there, and next you just want to put tutorial. Well, this is just for me, but it's for whatever you guys want to do. So we put tutorial right there and just kind of center it with both of them, and voila, you have a nice little text now. But for me, I'm gonna put thumbnail a little bit shorter than tutorial, just because of what the next step actually is. Alright, so next you just want to take the rectangular marquee tool and hover over tutorial and make a nice little box around it. Alright, so this is probably the hardest part of this video now. It's kind of complicated, but I will guide you guys through the process. So make another layer above the tutorial or under or whatever. Just make sure you fill the box, and it doesn't matter what color because we're going to change it later, so it doesn't really matter. But now listen to what I'm going to say. So press Control and click the tutorial thing right here, and it's going to select tutorial. Now normally it's going to be like this, but you want to click the background or the box border around tutorial, and you want to press delete. so now you're gonna have this nice little hole inside of the box, and press Ctrl D to unselect, and then go and double click and go to gradient overlay and make it this nice orange to yellow gradient. So now guys, you're basically done, but we're just gonna add a couple little effects to make this look a lot nicer. So you just want to go to inner glow, and it's gonna add this nice little effect inside the text, and here goes the settings right here. So about 66 we're gonna make that a 65 just because I'm kind of OCD about this. I like to be a perfectionist, but just make that overlay, and all this stuff doesn't matter. It's just the opacity 65 and change it to overlay and make sure that's white. I guess so now we're gonna edit the thumbnail text. So just double click that and change it to gradient overlay, but instead of having the orange to yellow, go ahead and change it to a gray to a white, and it's gonna be kind of like a transparent background, and lower the opacity quite a bit and make sure the scale is pretty low to where it looks like it's a white to gray type of transition. Alright, so next you also want to add the inner glow to this, except for the size you want to make it quite a bit smaller, just so it looks nice and dandy right there. Alright, so guys, you're basically done with this, but just to add it all together on the very top, add a new layer. Get your brush tool out, make it as big as possible. I'm gonna make mine about 1,000 and change it to white, and just click once above it. This is gonna kind of add like a highlight over everything, or just a light source, and kind of lower that to about 50%. Why not? Alright, so now the last step that you're gonna do is add a brightness and contrast over everything. Change the contrast to 45. Get that to 45, and the brightness to about 15. There you go. So now it looks very HD and very, very nice. And of course you can make your own spin on this and add whatever you would like. This is just the basic bare grounds of what I'm just trying to push you guys towards, and just to kind of help you guys out. Alright guys, so this is all we're gonna have for today. Hopefully you guys can create some very cool stuff, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Go and leave a like down below and subscribe to see more tutorials and speed arts and all this type of stuff from my channel. If you guys would like, go and comment down below to see what else you would like, or any tips and tricks you would like to see. And without further ado guys, that's all I have for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.